guys, today we're going to be looking at the Funko Vynl. This is the DC superheroes Harley Quinn and the Joker. Let's grab this. This, by the way, would be the tape measure. And let's figure out how tall these guys are. Excuse me, guy and gal are. Harley Quinn is 4.5 inches to the top of her Harley Quinn jester hat. Joker, on the other hand, is closer to about 4 3/4 of an inch, almost borderlining 5 inches in height. And that's because of his hair. Both of them come with clear display stands, as you can see. I've got them already attached to the figures. These figures really don't stand all that well. Harley Quinn's not too bad. Joker's a little more difficult because he's top heavy. But most of the time that the Funko's vinyl figures that you pick them up, a lot of times they do really need these stands. The stands do look like they are similar to one another, unlike some of the other ones that we've seen where the pegs are drastically different from one another. These clear pegs, though, look like they are the same. And just to attach them, you just line them up to the smaller versus larger peg hole, and it just snaps into place. Also, one of the easiest Funko vinyl figures, at least to get on their stands. Nothing like the Barb from the Stranger Things. That was a little bit more trickier to get onto her stand. So let's have a look at these. Let's look at, well, we'll start with Harley Quinn first. We don't need the stand. We'll just put that to the side. The figures do share what looks to be the same. Well, I just dropped the stand. The figures do look like they share similar body parts here, although Joker has a new sculpted over jacket, which gives him also the tail. If I can flip him around, the tail on the back of his jacket as well. Harley Quinn, though, has a great look to her. Now you see now he's not gonna he's not gonna stand now, so we're gonna have to get that peg stand going back again. Just attach that like so. There we go. Put Joker right there. As I was saying, Harley Quinn's got a great look to her. Of course, the more classic sort of Harley Quinn design to her, so she's got the more kind of Harley Quinn jester outfit. And alternating colors of the black and the red look quite good on her, and I have to admit that I like that they just didn't have the arms draped to the side as we've seen before with other vinyl figures. No, in this instance, you've actually got one arm straight, and she's holding her pop cap gun, and then her one arm is bent. Kind of a sassy look on Harley Quinn here. But I think it works. Paint otherwise, for the most part, is pretty clean, although white always seems to be a problem. So like the collar area, you can tell that they just simply painted the actual ruffled areas over top of her existing outfit. I mean, even like if you look closely, you can see that the black square is right underneath that ruffled collar. So maybe a second coat of paint could have gone a bit of a longer way, but other than that, its body looks pretty good. Pretty clean for the most part. I don't really have any issues with it. And then you get her head. Now the head only has a straight swivel. I mean, really, if they want to continue to expand on this line and give us more of these figures, which I really would hope that they do, I would even think of maybe swapping this out for a ball joint where you could actually hinge the head up and down instead of just swiveling it all the way around. I know they don't really do a lot in the way of ball joints, but that could be something that they could think of maybe doing for future. She does have a nose, so that's one thing that the Funko Pop figures don't have, is the little nose on the end of their faces, midway of the face, I guess. The mouth and as well as the eyes, again, give her that sassy look. But I think it works well for Harley Quinn. Yeah, I really do like this one a lot. And if I can reach down, grab the stand that I dropped on the floor, get her attached back to that, and then we'll have a look at her put in Mr. J. Now Joker, we'll put the stand here before I drop it, once again has a unique sort of stance or sculpt for his arms. Instead of the arms just draping down again like the regular, or not regular, not most of them, but a lot of them did have just the arms onto the sides, like Rick from Rick and Morty, for example. I don't think came with a portal gun from what I remember. I think his arms were just straight down. Joker here, on the other hand, no pun intended, does have a Joker or a series of Jokers, or a series of stacks of cards. Maybe they're all Jokers, I don't know. But those are in one of his hands. And the other hand is just kind of out. Now, this would have been a good opportunity, which I feel like they didn't do. Why didn't they put like a joy buzzer on the underside of his palm, as if he's ready to shake somebody's hand? Little do they know that Joker has a joy buzzer underneath there. That could have been the case. I mean, ultimately they just left it off. But he has classic sort of Joker design elements to him. The long tail coat, of course the orange top, and the green kind of bowed tie there, and the green vest. Paint pretty good, although the areas in which the jacket overlaps to the under torso, you can see they've just painted the side of that. Not deliberately, I'm sure, but accidentally. And he's got the little flower on the side. Nice striped pants, by the way. Nice looking figure. Figure's face looks awesome. If Rankin Bass was to do a Joker design, I feel it would be pretty much exactly this design. Big smile from ear to ear. I do like he's also got yellow eyes, which offset the coloring of the very, very white face that he has. Hair, his coif has been combed back, but he's got the little peaks on the side, so it's very classic looking Joker on this guy. Posability also rotates all the way around. You probably hear a bit of a squeaking. You know what that is? No, it's not the head. It's the fact that his cards line right up to his face, or the head portion. So in Joker's instance, it sounds like there's a family of mice in the house. When you rotate him, it's the card actually that's rubbing up against his face. So be mindful of that. You don't want to rotate his head all the time. Ultimately, maybe it would leave like a little line mark here where you're starting to wear away the paint. So just be mindful of that. Granted, they could have probably moved his arm slightly down. Even if they moved it down by that much, it would have cleared enough of the head that you wouldn't have had a family of mice living in your house. And we'll go ahead. We'll attach him once again to his peg stand. And again, a nice looking set. There we go. From the folks over at Funko. The Funko vinyl always come packaged in two, and therefore you always get similar characters grouped together. Rick and Morty, for example. He-Man came with Trapjaw, which still I kind of scratch my head over, but I think it's a good pairing to have the Clown Prince of Crime along with Harley Quinn. Joker could have also come potentially with a Batman, which I think could have worked just as well also, but then you would ultimately try to figure out what you could do with a packaged Harley Quinn. What exactly would you pair her with? So Batman could theoretically come with a Robin, for example, and Joker we would keep with Harley Quinn. Both figures look really good. Nicely done. Proportionally, the heads, of course, are a little bit bigger than the rest of their bodies, but I think they all work quite well. The faces are nicely painted. I want to say painted, not sculpted, because they're still relying on paint to apply on the figure's face rather than, of course, sculpting. You get a little bit of a nose, but that's really about it. Both of them, again, look in their classic designs very nicely done. And still thrilled by the fact that Funko are releasing vinyl figures of some of my favorite characters. And so far, they've all been real wins in my books. These are, by the way, currently available in comic book stores, so if you guys are looking to pick these up for yourself, you should be able to find them at your local comic book store. Today, we were having a look at the Funko Vinyl DC Superheroes. This was Harley Quinn and the Joker, Mr. J. If you guys haven't had a chance to hit that little subscribe button down below, make sure you do so. Don't let a joy buzzer interrupt an otherwise pretty good day. Don't worry, I don't have a joy buzzer. And apparently neither does Joker. Yeah, they left that off. But hit that little subscribe button down below. More videos will be coming your way. If you also want to go back and have a look at some of the other Funko vinyl pieces that I had to look at, there's also a playlist you can go back and check out too. Did you know I did the Rick and Morty ones? You didn't? Playlist is there for a reason. As always, guys, more videos will be coming your way. As always, thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you guys next time.